Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to be doing this video. Shout out to Shakuafala. Nice little close-up of her, but I wanted to show you the hair texture. This is a Yaki straight unit from WowAfrican TLW17, and look at that texture, honey. This wig is thick. So I already did the stocking cap method. I just wanted to point out that I don't use Got to Be Glued on my actual hairline. I use a moisturizing gel, I use 4 plaits on my head, and I slick everything back. So no Got to Be Glued on the hair, because Got to Be Glued is serious. Y'all gotta be careful. So I want to show you guys the construction of this wig. She's very long, and the knots have been pre-bleached, and she comes pre-plucked. Now I plucked a little bit more, just because you ever see a wig on somebody and it looks completely different and you get it and you're like, how come my wig didn't look like hers? Because I customize it. I have a funky shaped hairline. I always hated my hairline. So I make sure that when I'm plucking, I am aware of what my forehead is going to look like. So I'm placing the wig on my head, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that everything checks out. As you see, I have a nice little space above my ear. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the back, because there's no way I can cut that on my own after it's placed on my head. I'm going to tint the lace with a little bit of my powder. I'm only applying the Got to Be Glued sparingly on the very edges of my hairline, because again, I don't want it to touch my natural hair. And I'm gently pulling the lace down to make sure that it is adhering. And I'm going to use the rat tail part of this comb to even further adhere the lace to the gel.
I wanna have somebody that's cool. I wanna have somebody, wanna have somebody, wanna have somebody that's cool.
I'm going to go ahead and cut this lace. I'm cutting it super close. I'm paying special care not to accidentally cut the hair that is very close to the hairline. So if you're doing this and you're using this technique, go slow, and you just want to make sure that you can get as close as possible without ripping or tearing, and make sure you use a sharp pair of scissors. Also going to take this opportunity to cut that extra flap of lace that is behind my ear, and once it's cut, the wig is so much more comfortable. I don't have to worry about feeling like my ears are pinned down. Everything is free and out in the open. So here you can see that I'm using some Got to Be Glued spray, and I'm just going to hit up a couple of corners that look like they were going to try to lift up. I don't really like using this spray to adhere my wig because it does flake, so be careful when you spray it. Don't touch it. So now I'm going to go ahead and part my hair in the direction that I want the wig to fall. I'm going to go ahead and pluck it because I want my part to look that much more natural, and I'm also going to apply some foundation to cover any spots of my wig cap that might be too light, that didn't get hit with that powder in the beginning. So now I'm using a little bit of mousse just to mold my hair in that direction, and then you could hit it with a hair dryer if you wanted to, or you could let it air dry. It's up to you. But now I'm going to move on to my hairline. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start on my baby hairs. Now I plucked a little bit further because I want my baby hairs to be really wispy. I'm using my edges brush, which has a nice little tool at the end of it to part the hair after you're done molding your baby hair.
Did my best to feel what you're feeling. But what about what I want? What about what I want? Cause what I wanted was to laugh at the way you laugh at the way.
I'll leave a link in the description box below of where I got that brush.
And you wanted me to be what you need instead of be.
So now I'm going to go ahead and cover my edges and let them dry while I finish styling the rest of the hair. Since this hair is so thick, I am going to part it and work in sections, I am going to use some hairspray as well to spray directly onto the hair while I use this curling iron. And I'm going to use clips to hold the curl so that they are nice and big and fluffy and bouncy.
And that's okay with me. I guess I never loved you like I love me. I guess I never loved you, and that's okay with me. Okay, 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 okay with me. Okay, 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 Sometimes I start to wonder if I should change my mind. But when I think back to you, I feel the same every time. 'Cause I guess I never loved you like I.
So now that the curls have all cooled down, I'm going to go ahead and remove those clips. I like what I see, and I'm going to slowly finger comb them out. I'm not going to use any tools or instruments other than my hand because I still want that volume. And this wig is very thick, so I get a lot of volume with these curls. You can see they're really big and bouncy, and somebody was hungry. She wanted her applesauce. So here comes my favorite part, the reveal of the baby hairs. Well, maybe, okay, they're not baby hairs, they're more adolescent, but they can make or break a wig, child. I could watch IG videos of people laying their edges on IG all day long.
I wanna get to love him. I wanna get to love him. That I can't to the whole week.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit more hairspray so I can get the lift that I like in the crown, and that is it. This hairstyle is done. This is how I customize my wig pieces so that they look more natural and they look more flattering on my face shape. So now I'm gonna play my new hair because I think it's really pretty and I love how it came out, and I'm gonna show you the back of it and the sides. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna list all the products that I use in the description box below, and if you guys have any questions, just ask me in the comments and I'll make sure I get back to you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.